The biggest move of the 2023 NBA offseason was Damian Lillard's trade to the Milwaukee Bucks. One of the best scorers in today's game was expected to join the Miami Heat, but after the negotiations came to a dead end, the point guard is moving to Milwaukee to join forces with Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks paid a huge price for Lillard, parting ways with their starting point guard Drew Holiday, but at the same time, they formed probably the best duo in the league by pairing Lillard and Antetokounmpo. Both players are in their prime, and Giannis proved that he can lead the Bucks to the NBA championship in 2021. Now, with Lillard taking a major load on the offensive end, things look very promising for the Bucks. Giannis often played the point guard position with the Bucks, and now, with Lillard on board, he will be even more dangerous. This is the first time for Lillard to play with a real superstar, and knowing how great of a scorer he is, the Bucks are suddenly the top favorite to win the NBA championship in 2024. These two are born winners, and they have everything they need to leave a real mark in NBA history as one of the best duos that ever played. Before they do that, in this video, we'll look back at the best NBA duos in history. At number 10, we have Payton and Kemp, who joined the Seattle Supersonics 1 year apart and quickly put the team on the NBA map. Payton was a young and underrated point guard who was ready to prove to the world that he belonged in the league, and Kemp was a high-flying dunker and one of the strongest players in the league. Payton and Kemp were by far the most attractive duo in the league in the 1990s, bringing the alley-oop game to the league. They were one of the most fun teams to watch, but also became a serious contender in the 90s. After a couple of disappointing early exits, the Sonics made it to the 1996 NBA Finals, losing to MJ and the Bulls. Payton and Kemp played 7 seasons together and had a 364 and 178 regular season record and 37 and 36 in the playoffs. Payton averaged 15.6 points, 6.5 assists, and 2.3 steals, with Kemp and the Rain Man having 17.7 points and 10.4 rebounds per game. Payton played for a couple of teams after leaving Seattle and won the NBA championship with the Miami Heat in 2006, while Kemp had off-the-court issues that quickly ended his career after leaving the Sonics. West and Chamberlain are on our list as one of the best duos ever, even though they only played 5 seasons together. West joined the Lakers in 1960 and Chamberlain arrived in LA past his prime in 1968, but still as the reigning MVP. They both benefited from playing together, especially West, who could not lead the Lakers past the Celtics on multiple occasions. When Chamberlain moved to LA, he was still a strong offensive presence, often covered by multiple players in the paint, which allowed West many scoring opportunities. Mr. Logo led the league in scoring in 1970, and the real deal came 2 seasons later. The Lakers won the championship that year, which was the only title for West and the second for Wilt after winning in 1967 with the San Francisco Warriors. West and Chamberlain had a 214 and 74 record in the regular season and 43 and 25 in the playoffs. Mr. Logo averaged 25.5 points, 8.5 assists, and 4.4 rebounds per game, while Wilt had 17.3 points and 19 boards while playing for the Lakers with West. Isaiah Thomas joined the Detroit Pistons in 1981 as an NCAA champion and quickly became a regular All-Star. He led the league in assists in 1985, and the following season, Joe Dumars came to Motown. That was the turning point for the Pistons, who quickly made the leap from a good team to a championship contender. They were a rock-solid backcourt where Isaiah Thomas was the facilitator and Dumars was the defensive specialist. At the same time, both were ready to drop 20 points against anybody on any given night. The Pistons beat Michael Jordan and the Bulls for 3 consecutive seasons and won back-to-back championships in 1989 and 1990, with Thomas and Dumars sharing the NBA Finals MVP awards between them. They were 380 and 249 while playing together in the regular season and 63 and 34 in the playoffs, and are the only duo on our list that actually has a better winning percentage in the playoffs than in the regular season. Thomas was averaging 18.5 points and 8.8 assists while playing with Dumars, while the shooting guard was at 16.6 points and 4.5 assists per game. Shaq and Kobe are on our list, even though the ending of their time together in LA was not on good terms. Shaq Shaq was the best young player in the league going into his prime when he joined the Lakers in 1996, the year when Kobe Bryant was drafted straight out of high school. As Kobe grew into an elite scorer and Phil Jackson took over the head coaching job, the Lakers became the best team in the league. Shaq and Kobe won 3 consecutive championships together from 2000 to 2002, and they were arguably the best playoff team ever when they won the first title with a 15-1 playoff record. Shaq was absolutely dominant in the paint, and no team found a way to stop him. Kobe showed his killer instinct early in his career and quickly became an elite scorer. Before Shaq was traded to Miami in 2004, the two had a 336-125 regular season record and 76-43 in the playoffs. Shaq averaged 26.8 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks while playing with Kobe and won the 2000 MVP award. Kobe had 21.9 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game by the age of 25 while he was playing with Shaq. When the big guy left, Kobe managed to lead the Lakers to 2 championships in 2009 and 2010, surpassing Shaq, who finished his career with 4 rings after winning the last one with Miami in 2006. The only reason why John Stockton and Karl Malone are not ranked higher on our list, or maybe even on the top, is the fact that they never won the NBA championship. They led the Utah Jazz to back-to-back NBA Finals appearances in 1997 and 1998, both times losing to Jordan's Bulls. Stockton was drafted by the Jazz in 1984, and Malone followed the next year. A 6'1" unathletic guard from Gonzaga and a 6'9" beast from Louisiana Tech clicked well immediately and became a synonym for the pick-and-roll play. Still, they could not reach the NBA Finals in more than a decade, and once they did that, the Bulls were just too strong. Stockton and Malone had a 906 and 506 regular season record and 85 and 87 in the playoffs. Malone averaged 25.4 points per game, adding 10.2 rebounds with Stockton at the point. He won 2 MVP awards in 1997 and 1999 and was named to the All-NBA team 11 times. Stockton averaged 13.5 points, 10.8 assists, and 2.2 steals per game and is still on the top of the all-time list with the most assists and steals. Stockton played his entire career with the Jazz, while Malone tried to win a championship with the Lakers, but he ended up being one of the reasons for the Lakers' failure in the 2004 NBA Finals. The Splash Brothers are still active with the Golden State Warriors and will probably go even higher on this list when they retire. Curry and Thompson literally changed the game of basketball while playing in Golden State. Many doubted that such shooters could play together, but Curry and Thompson not only did that, but they made a dynasty out of it. The Splash Brothers have won 4 championships with the Warriors by now and have proved that titles can be won with shooting. When healthy, they were literally unstoppable, making shots from all over the place. The Splash Brothers are 395 and 130 in the regular season and 77 and 34 in the playoffs so far. Curry is averaging 25.1 points, 6.8 assists, and 4.6 rebounds while playing with Klay and is making 4 3-pointers per game. Thompson is at 19.6 points and 4 rebounds while making 3 threes per game with Curry by his side. A fun fact is that Curry and Thompson are the 2 active players with the longest tenure with the single team at the moment. Back in the early 1980s, the Boston Celtics were on top of the league. They managed to get Larry Bird and Kevin McHale in back-to-back years and have one of the best decades in the team's history. Bird was the best player in the league at the time, winning 3 consecutive MVP awards. Despite his limited athleticism, Bird dominated the game with his quick release, scoring abilities, and basketball IQ. McHale won 2 consecutive Sixth Man of the Year awards in 1984 and 1985 and had probably the best footwork in the history of the game. More importantly, the Celtics won 3 NBA championships, with Bird and McHale leading the way in 1981, 1984, and 1986. Bird retired in 1992 after struggling with back injuries, and McHale did the same in the following season. They had a 555 and 200 regular season record while playing together. In the playoffs, they won 92 and lost 61 games. Bird had fantastic numbers while playing with McHale, averaging 24.6 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 6.5 assists per game, while McHale was at 18 points and 7.4 rebounds per game. Bill Russell and Bob Cousy are the first great tandem in NBA history. Cousy joined the Celtics in 1950 but could not win a single title before Bill Russell came to Boston in 1957. It was a perfect move by Red Auerbach and the Celtics organization that paid off immediately. Cousy was the first point guard to slow down the offense and run plays, while Russell was a defensive specialist who did not allow easy shots to the opponents. The Celtics won the championship in Russell's rookie year. After losing the following year to the St. Louis Hawks, the Celtics started their dominance, winning 8 consecutive championships. Cousy was in Boston for 5 of those before retiring in 1963. So the duo won a total of 6 NBA championships playing together and had a 341 and 120 regular season record and were 52 and 28 in the playoffs. Cousy averaged 17.5 points, 7.9 assists, and 4.3 rebounds while playing with Russell, while the 11-time champion had 17.1 points and 23.1 rebounds playing with Cousy. It's hard to imagine having a better tandem than this one. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the best scorer in the league in the middle of the 1970s when he joined the Los Angeles Lakers, and a few years later, the team added Magic Johnson. Magic quickly became one of the best point guards in the league and created Showtime basketball in LA. With his large size for a point guard and the vision on the court, Magic was brilliant every single night, and Abdul-Jabbar was the one benefiting from it. They won the NBA championship in Magic's rookie season and went on to win 4 more in the 1980s. In their 5th year playing together, Abdul-Jabbar became the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and Magic had a huge impact on that. The Lakers had a 506 and 179 regular season record and a 110 and 47 playoff record with Magic and Kareem in the lineup. Kareem averaged 20.2 points and 7.4 rebounds per game, with Magic running the point, while Johnson had 19.4 points, 11.2 assists, and 7.4 rebounds with Kareem by his side. And on top of our list, we have Jordan and Pippen. You've probably heard that they won 6 championships together with the Chicago Bulls, but no one really mentioned the fact that they actually played only 9 full seasons together, if we did not count the 1994-95 season when MJ came back late in the season. Jordan came into the league in 1984 and quickly became one of the best players in the NBA. He had great numbers, but that did not transfer into winning until Scottie Pippen showed up. He joined the Bulls in 1987 after MJ won his first scoring title, and he actually won the first MVP award in Pippen's rookie season. Pippen needed a couple of seasons to make a name for himself, and he was a perfect fit next to Jordan. MJ could score in any way possible, while Pippen played excellent perimeter defense and was the first player who established the point forward position. In the late 80s, Jordan and Pippen could not go past the Detroit Pistons, but once they did that, they took over the league. They led the Bulls to a three-peat from 1991 to 1993, and after MJ took a break, they did the same from 1996 to 1998. They have a 514 and 177 regular season record playing together and 117 and 51 in the playoffs. While they played together, MJ averaged 31.5 points and 6.4 rebounds per game, while Pippen had 17.1 points and 6.4 rebounds per game. One important thing that the stats do not show is the impact these two had on the popularity of the game and the globalization of the league. Back in the 1990s, Jordan and Pippen were seen as superheroes and are the main reason why millions of kids around the world started playing basketball.